Um, as far as like thinking about future self, I heard, I think it was Jordan Peterson too, say something like this one time. He was like, there are an infinite number of future versions of you. Like they all exist out there somewhere. But every single day when you make a decision, you're narrowing the list a little bit, right? Like
Hmm.
if you choose not to get up and exercise today or record a podcast today or eat healthy today, like you're crossing off a bunch of future versions of you that aren't going to exist anymore because you decided not to feed them. So you always want to feed the positive. Like I think about James Clear. Every action you take today is a vote for the person you're becoming tomorrow. No single vote matters that much, but like as they accumulate over time, they really do. And so
Hmm.
we have control over the person we're going to be in 5 years. They're being made today by the choices that we make today. Every single habit is creating a different person in the future. And so, yeah, I try to really think about that a lot. Like, is Nick in 5 years going to be happy that he did this podcast? Yes, he is. It's such a better use of my time than sitting there scrolling on social media, right? So that's kind of, I'm always thinking about like, is Nick in 5 years going to be happy that he's doing this stuff?
I love the way you look at things because I remember when I can't remember which book I got it from, but I remember somebody saying, "Imagine you do die, and there is a God, there is a heaven, whatever your kind of your outlay of it would be." And his idea of hell was going and meeting the person that he could have been, or meeting
Yeah.
versions of him that was possible if they'd taken these opportunities. And that scared the shit out of me. Basically, that I was living a life to try to appease other people or fit in, and I wasn't living to be who or what I was meant to be. And it suddenly terrified me. And I love how you've got reminders of that you will die, that of these kind of teachings that you've learned. You've mentioned about your activity trackers. How do we then take these ideas and then start using them? Say if we read for our work week and we take one key thing from it. I know you outlined it great in the book, but as a kind of teaser, how would we use these activity trackers to start bettering our lives?
Yeah, Peter Drucker, who's a legendary management guru, he's a thinker. He would always say, what's not being measured can't be managed. So we need a place
Mm,
to measure our activity. We need to understand our baseline of activity. And if we choose to implement something, we need to know whether or not it actually creates a positive change for us. That's step number one. Because without that, what's the point of doing anything? You need certainty. Certainty creates momentum and it gives us positive feelings. And so I built this activity tracker that's available to anybody that buys the book. I put a link to a copy of it in there. And this activity tracker measures your activity on a weekly basis. You can set a goal like, hey, I want to try this thing out twice this week. And as you work throughout the week, you can put in all sorts of things related to health and fitness and personal finance and your goals in your business or your podcast or whatever. And as you read things from books, you're like, hey, I want to take action on Tim's idea of automating, delegating, or eliminating low impact activities. Great. Put that in the activity tracker as delegate something this week. Try it out. Hire a virtual assistant this week, whatever it's going to be, and then set a goal of one. And now that's kind of one piece to the puzzle is you need a place to keep it measured. The other thing that I have found very helpful is building an accountability group with some motivated people in your life, meeting with them on a weekly basis and reviewing your activity tracker with them.